Hello and welcome to another Mod Monday. If you're new to Mod Mondays, what we do is we look at some of the best mods in the last couple of weeks and we highlight them. All the links for the mods will be in the description down below, and there will also be a playlist for all the Mod Mondays down below as well. So if you missed a Mod Monday, you can go ahead and catch up on them. Thank you all for supporting the series. Make sure to like and subscribe for future episodes, and let's get into it. The first mod is actually a cool mod that I actually found on Twitter before I found it on the workshop. It's Ito's France map, and this is a much more detailed map of just France. As you can see, the counties, the duchies, and everything like that are a lot smaller. I will definitely be doing a different video on this. I have been told that the duchy map is the best, and so this is just a cool thing to see how well people can mod this game. This was actually made in 2 days. I know a lot about this mod because I talked to the developer a little bit on Twitter, and this was very interesting to see. And so it's pretty much just a more detailed France. I would love to see different areas be special like this. I will definitely be making a video like this probably later in the week for you guys to see this, but this is a very interesting mod. And I know there's also another one with Ireland that I saw on Twitter as well, but unfortunately I wasn't able to find it. The one Proud Bavarian, I talked to him a little bit, and that mod seems very cool as well. The next mod is a very interesting mod that I will also probably be making a video, is the Europa mod, also known as the Europe only mod. And this is a performance mod, so it's pretty much just making it so Europe is all by itself. There's no other nations surrounding. I think this is a very interesting mod as well. I've seen some with like Britain and India, and it pretty much just excludes everything else besides Europe. I think this is great to see how the world does without outsiding factors. This is probably something I'll make a video or two on as well. It's very interesting to see. Yes, and so the link will be in the description down below for this mod as well. I would love to see something for more specific for like Germany per se, because I know Germany is very messy, and usually Germany has outside factors that usually get involved to stop them from uniting. The next mod is the Black Death Fix. So pretty much what happens is right now in the code there's something wrong where the Black Death only occurs before 1346, and this is just a simple code where he literally just changed one thing at all to make it so it only starts after 1346. So this is just making the Black Death perform better and work, not perform better, but happen at the correct time. And if you could see, if you guys understand code, he just changed a less than sign to a greater sign, and literally that's the only thing he changed to this code, and it makes a difference. So yeah. The next mod is a very cool mod by Katoris. I hope I pronounced that right. It's the unit graphics, and so this is for the thumbnails, and it makes the men-at-arms HD brighter, and the painting, it's more painting. As you can see, here are all the gallery of units for the things he has worked on, and I have to say these look very beautiful. This is definitely a mod you want to include for just a more enjoyable campaign. If you're not going for any achievements, this is definitely something you should add on the list to just enjoy. There's things that are make the quality of life flies better, and these are very pretty, and I think just look a lot better than the base game ones. You also can support this guy on Patreon. The mod will be linked in the description, and if you guys want to support this modder, his Patreon is in the workshop. The next mod that we will be looking at is the Switzerland and Austria mod, and I know you guys love Switzerland. Who doesn't love Switzerland? They're one of my favorite nations too, and this just adds Switzerland and Austria into the game, cultures and stuff like that. I think this is great timing because I just did a video where I got rid of Austria, so now we gotta show some love back to Austria by including Switzerland and Austria into the game. I think this is great to add more cultures. I think historically it might be not the most accurate for who was there at the time, but I think it's good to add some of the favorite nations and just more nations into the game, and it doesn't always have to be historical. I think some people get wrapped up that the game always has to be historical, but mods like this definitely are interesting to add different cultures and nations that weren't historically there at the time. The next mod is Doctor Fix. AI will now hire court physicians. Right now there's kind of this thing where if there's a vacant position, the AI won't hire a doctor, and pretty much what this mod does is makes it so the AI will go ahead and do the decision and hire court physicians. And since like the whole idea is since there's usually a lot of medical problems, the AI just kind of dies from medical things for no reason. Well, this should prevent them and let them hire physicians more often and not have just vacant positions all the time for people to die. This is a very interesting mod that I would like to look at a little bit more. This adds a new game rule for after death. It's pretty much just this player succession, and it changes it between several different things. Here are the game rules. There's random child, so like there will be a random child landed, be given your titles and stuff like that. There's also random dynasty member. You become a random landed character, your dynasty. Random vassal, you become a random vassal, which I think is interesting. Random neighbor, random character, youngest character, strongest hair, and default. So I think this is very interesting. It allows for different playthroughs. I think the random vassal is very interesting because then you have to climb up the ranks every time. This is definitely something that I might do a video on, where you are a random vassal. I just think it's very interesting. And also random neighbor is very interesting as well, because then you just hop around to different nations. I think this is a mod that is going to be covered by YouTubers once they discovered it, because it allows for very different campaigns. I definitely could see the random neighbor being played by a lot of people, just because it's very interesting. You play as a nation, then you die, and then you have to literally be the person you've been beating up on. So I think it's very interesting, and I can't wait to actually play this mod. I think it's going to be a great fun mod, and I think a lot of people are going to play this one, just because the choices are very interesting and allows you to have a lot of challenge and a lot of fun as well. The next mod is the Real Crusader Kings, and right now when you do a crusade, usually when you pick someone to take the land, if you win the crusade, it's usually a female, and so this now allows you to pick any member as a beneficiary in the Holy Wars, not the Holy Wars, the Crusader Wars, because right now you usually just give it to a queen. Now you can go ahead and give it to someone of your dynasty else. This could be male or stuff like that, because usually it ends up being a female because there's a lack of like men that can do it. This allows you just to pick any member. These last couple of mods will all be Norse related mods. I think with the DLC, there's been a lot of people that want to make Norse mods, so I think it's very interesting. This was also a mod created by Morven. We've already looked at a mod created by him. He makes some great mods. I see you can tell when it's his mods based on these text, usually on a picture. What this does is it now randomizes the Northmen adventures, because right now, based on how it is coded, that they usually just cycle attack the same people over and over again, because there's like a list that they have to go through. This allows them to be more random, so they randomly invade other places instead of just attacking the same person over and over again, because with that sometimes they get stuck on someone they can't actually defeat, so it's just kind of like this endless cycle of them failing. This allows it to be randomized, so they don't just cycle attack. He makes a good lot of quality of life mods, Morven does, and I can't wait to see more mods from that guy. The next mod is a very interesting mod called Jarls of India, and the idea of this is having kind of like their Jarls and stuff in India. So what does this mod do exactly? So the stuff that this does add flavor, it adds Indo-Norse and Dravidian Norse melting pot cultures, unifying under the banner of Odin, a bookmark to start the Maldives, a new Hindu Germanic religion, flavor titles for Indo-Norse rulers, customized modifiers for Hindus and Norse alike. So this is a very interesting mod to kind of add the Norse in India. I love these mods that are super non-historical but add a lot of flavor to the game. I think these are the types of mods that I really look forward to and find very interesting. My favorite mods are the ones that really alter the map and the one that just kind of make this bizarre world that actually never happened and probably would be very hard for it to actually happen in real life. And the last mod that we will be looking at is more Norse melting pots. And so this idea is that usually when you invade someone, after a while you can change your Norse culture to a different culture, and based on this is when you invade a certain country, say as Russia, you will change to a different Norse culture than the ones that are given. Right now it's kind of like Denmark, Dutch, Swedish, Finnish, and stuff like that. And then here you can see the other ones that are all added here. I will not try to pronounce any of these names right here, but there's ones for Irish, Britain, Welsh, Saxon, Galician, Italian, Anglo-Saxon, and Russian. I would love to try to pronounce some of these names. The only one I can say is Anglo-Norse, but this is just cool cultures that you can now form. They can be formed by Norse characters but control the duchies brackets fully. So pretty much if you can fully control like these duchies and areas for the culture, you can convert to that culture, which I find very interesting. I'm playing a playthrough right now where I went completely Dutch, but I had a lot of territory. Like I had the whole Anglo-Saxon, so it would have been really cool to be Anglo-Norse instead of just Dutch. So that is it for Mod Monday. If there's any mods that I missed for the past couple weeks, please leave a link down in the description down below. It will be blocked temporarily, but I will be able to go back and look at them. Make sure to leave a like if you like this series. Also, if you would like to see me do like mod videos for other games, please let me know. I've been trying to do more content that's not just Let's Plays and time lapses. So make sure to give me suggestions and stuff down below. And if you like this series, make sure to like and subscribe. See you later, have a good one, and stay safe out there. If you like this video, check out some of my other content. I do time lapses, I do Let's Plays, I do challenges, I do a whole bunch of stuff. So if you liked it, check out some of these videos on the screen now, some playlists, and thank you for supporting the channel. I actually appreciate it. I couldn't do it without you. See you later, have a good one, and have a great rest of your day.